So, yeah, this one wasn't very hard. Well, I shouldn't say that because some of them were.
Sharpen it, Katie.
Yeah, you got it. I'll just copy the directions down for a little bit. Was it 2x minus 2? Yeah, alright. So number one is f minus g. So do you remember how we did this?
Just like terms.
Just do that minus that, so it's, no, that's not gonna work. 2x squared plus 8x minus 10, 2x minus 2.
We did a lot of them yesterday.
She did 2 and
There's something crazy about your, like between 155 and 2, you're very...
Well, I do eat, so
She did.
I'm digesting.
She did 2 back to back in English class.
Did she?
Like I was the other side of the first one.
I know, but just that you hit that time period almost every time. Yeah, you can only subtract like terms. Do I need the parentheses on this, really?
Not really.
Yes, because you have to subtract these. I don't really need the parentheses on... I don't really need the parentheses on this, but I do need it on the second one because I need to subtract all that. So, are there any like terms with 2x squared? No. So, 2x squared. Any like terms with 8x? Minus 2x. And then minus 10, minus 2. Negative 10, minus negative 2.
Oh, minus 2.
Negative 10 plus 2 is minus 8, yes. That's it.
I did it. Wait, when you multiply, like on 2,
Yeah.
do only the like terms go together, or does
No.
everything?
Multiply everything together. You guys remember how multiply works for number 2?
Isn't that double distributed?
Yeah, I guess I can't put those yet. So, yeah, it's like 2x times all 3 of those, and minus 2 times all 3 of those. And
Okay.
there should be 4 terms in your final answer.
Oh,
It's big-ish.
wow.
Number 3, divide f by g. So, if we do that, 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 over x minus 2. Now, we could use long division, we could use synthetic division, but the easiest way to do these is, because it's going to come out nicely, is factoring. Okay. You guys notice anything about all these terms?
Two.
Yeah, so I'm going to take a 2 out of all of them.
Wait, so do you have to put the 2 off to the side?
Yes.
Okay.
You can't just throw away the 2 value because that would be like changing the value of the problem.
Mm.
If it's an equation, you can divide both sides by 2 because it keeps the 2 sides equal still. My G right there.
It's a big.
Dang. Okay, what do you think's gonna happen with the 2's?
Wait, wouldn't the
Yeah, wouldn't the bottom one be like
x minus 1?
Oh, sorry.
1?
I was gonna
Yes.
Golly. 3 in the first 15.
That's quite the pace. Yeah, sorry, x minus 1. Now, here's a question. This is what gets people. Why can I cancel these 2's out, but I can't cancel these x's out?
2 divided by 2.
It's because the 2's are multiplied values, and multiplied values and dividing cancels out. But x is not multiplied, it's like subtracted with the 1. So, yeah, multiplying and dividing cancel out, but not add and subtract with, if that makes sense. But if I factor the top, so what goes into x squared, what goes into negative 5, that adds up to 4, 5 and minus 1. Now the top, these are factors, these are multiplied things. So multiply and divide cancel out, x minus 1 cancel out. So the book put x plus 5, but then they put comma like they put that?
Just the negative one?
Okay, because that would make it divide by 0.
Yeah.
So that's not really the answer, it's just like a little note off to the side, like it's x plus 5 is what it turns into except for x.
Is there gonna be one of those on the test?
Well, I'm not gonna grade on that part. The x is not equal to thing.
Cool.
I actually don't remember if I put a division on there or not. Who knows? I'll tell you later. Number 5. G of f of 2. Not getting enough attention with your hiccups. G of f of 2. It's been a while since we did this. This is like lesson 1 still.
This is like,
Okay, what this means is, and by the way, this is the same thing as, oh, I forgot to talk about number 4. You guys remember what this means?
You put it into, you put it into G.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, the f function you pick up and put it into g. So g was the, what was it, 2x minus 2? And the f was 2x squared, 8x minus 10. So yeah, I'm talking about number 4, not number 5 right now. You pick up the f function and put it into g. And you replace the x.
oh,
And then you have to simplify it a little bit. It's not a lot of work, it's just a little bit. You have to do 2 times, all this stuff, and then minus 2, and simplify that a little bit.
That's a nice random dot next to the arrow.
hilarious.
Sam, I still owe you.
Okay.
You're a riot.
What do you all have? For that 5-star?
I heard that.
Market.
4, dang. You're record setting.
Yes.
Wait, that was 4.
For the 5-star.
What was I gonna say? Before I was rudely interrupted. Oh, I remember. I was gonna say, this is the same thing, I mean, you could write this as you say it like g of f of 2. So, you're putting 2 into f, and whatever that gets, you put it into g. But on 5, it's, you gotta look at the direction. So, what is f of 2? Yeah, because up in the directions it says 2, 0, that means when the x value is 2, the function equals 0. So f of 2 is 0, so then we need to figure out what g of 0 is. You guys follow that?
Yeah.
So when we put in 2, 0 comes out, and then we need to put in 0 into g. So what's g of 0?
5.
5, yeah. So that's the answer.
1.
7 is a little more like, I feel like what you'll actually might see on a standardized test. F of g of 3. So the difference is they didn't give us just a bunch of ordered pairs, they gave us like rules for the function. So f of x is negative x plus 5. Whoops. And g of x is x squared minus 3. Alright, so this means put this in there, and whatever comes out, put that in there. So what is g of 3? 3 squared minus 9. Or sorry, 3 squared minus 3. 6. So we're putting 6 into f. So what is f of 3? Or sorry, f of 6. Negative 6 plus 5.
Negative 1. What about the 3 thing?
We put 3 into g and we got 6.
Mm,
And we put 6 into f.
okay.
fun inverse stuff. Do you guys remember what inverse functions were?
Nope.
They were functions where you switch the x and the y value.
Just glare at this.
Trying to stare a hole through my back.
She just looks up.
How did I put it on your paper? That's funny.
This plumber's very good at
I would have done it on purpose if the thought
Yeah.
crossed my mind. Oh. All right, so f of x equals 3x minus 7. We're going to have to graph that eventually. I'm not going to do that yet, but. And we're going to have to graph the inverse, and what else? We got to say whether the inverse is a function or not. That's the thing. But first we got to find the inverse. How do we find the inverse? We got to switch the x and y values. So the y is like the f of x. So if I switch them, it becomes x equals 3y minus 7. And we got to solve that for y, so it's in function form. Plus 7. Get y by itself here. Equals 3y, and then what? Okay, if we weren't graphing, I would leave it like that. But since we are graphing, kind of want it in slope-intercept form. So let's divide both of these by 3. So x divided by 3 is 1x divided by 3 is 1/3 x plus 7 divided by 7/3. Because I want it in slope-intercept form. So basically the inverse function is 1/3 x plus 7/3. That was the notation for the inverse function, a little -1 right there. To the graph, to the Batmobile. 1/3 x plus 7/3. Have you watched that old Batman show?
Yeah,
I don't like it. Worst show ever made.
not wrong.
Yeah, it was kind of trash.
It was good back then, but when you visited,
It's probably good if you're like 7.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Trey,
Have you
Trey,
ever seen
Sure,
it
you
now?
are seven.
Trey spent about a total of 7 hours in his lifetime in front of a TV, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about true.
Olivia,
And then Bath and
or
Breaks
Olivia
was-
said you couldn't like sit through an entire movie.
Yeah.
How many times did you go up and pee during the end game?
Three.
Dang.
It is
Once.
like a long movie. One for each hour.
Yeah.
Act 1, bathroom break number
I
1.
just get bored. Like we went to watch Top Gun and I got bored, so I left mid movie.
Who did you go with?
I don't know.
Like a
lot
bunch of
in
guys.
Class. Yeah, in Grayson.
You just left.
Jurassic whatever. Jurassic World was awful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that one was.
Top Gun wasn't awful though.
No, it was good.
I was like, can we please leave? And
She's
they're
like,
like,
it was good.
we paid money to watch the movie.
You didn't watch it.
Now we're gonna go watch Cocaine Bear.
And you're
That's
probably
right.
gonna get bored while watching.
Yeah, probably.
That sounds like a rated R movie.
It's not rated R. Not yet.
It's called
Yes.
Cocaine Bear.
It is good.
Trey, first off, it has drugs in it. Secondly, it's like, it shows it killing people, which is a bunch of gore. Nowadays, that's.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to be.
Really?
You think that's rated R nowadays?
I thought it'd be like a
Yeah.
comedy
It's
movie.
interesting how that would be rated R now. The sexual promiscuity is not. Anyways.
No kids.
Anyways.
Well, anyway, let's move on.
It's a little much for math class.
I kind of Forgot what I was doing. 3x minus 7 was the original function. What was the inverse function again? Was it 1/3 x
Yep.
plus 7/3?
Yep.
Which is 2.3, just so you know.
Yeah, which is 2 1/3. Okay, so make our cross. It's gonna have to go down to 7. I'm gonna put that up there. So I'm starting with the original function. Go down 7. 1, 2, 3. And then the slope is up 3, right 1.
What if we can't count that way, Mr. Jordan?
Cocaine bed.
Is it because
Is it a real movie? Yes.
I'm pretty sure I heard it on the radio. Talking about it on the radio.
It's based
Based
on
on
a
true
true
story.
story.
Are you serious?
See, that's
Yes.
why it has.
Is that what it says?
Yes.
It's actually based on a true event.
You're kidding.
Better go into some cocaine.
Yeah.
Didn't he kill a bunch of people?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what cocaine does to you.
No, that's what.
It's probably a comedy though, isn't it? I imagine.
That's right.
It's a comedy slash horror movie.
Those are the best movies.
Actually, I just didn't have enough.
Okay, the inverse 7/3 is 2 1/3, so it's like right
Turn into Voldemort.
there.
That's what you look like.
And the slope is 1/3, so you go up 1 and right 3, or down 1 and back 3. And draw that. Uh-oh. There we go.
Did Isaac tell you about it?
No, don't me?
Yeah.
No, I heard on the radio. Somebody was talking about it. I was listening to a sports show. They were talking about it. I'm looking forward to that cocaine bear. You know, something like that. I think they thought it looked funny or something. I don't know.
So what are you going to today, Mr. Jordan?
Million bajillion. Does that sound good to you? I don't know. Let's see.
What's the highest number you know, Mr. Jordan?
Million bajillion. I think Google is like 10 to the, I don't know, is it like 10 to the millionth or something, 1,000th or something?
Infinity.
That's the highest name
That's
number.
not even a number.
That's 4.
Well,
No,
I'll
that's
tell you my
5.
number right now.
5?
She had 4 in like 20 minutes.
49. Almost to 50. She's stat padding it.
Right.
Don't hang up. What is it
Step
called?
padding. Coach, pull her out. She's just.
She's too worried about personal stats.
All right. Is this inverse function that I just drew
Yes.
a function? I should say, is the relation a function? Yes, it is. Don't forget the yes, no. A lot of people forget those.
What does it mean?
Wait, why is the relation a function?
The question was, it passes the vertical line test. Each x value has only one y value that goes with. Do you guys remember that the inverse function should be a reflection over the line y equals x, the diagonal line? That's kind of how I grade it. Does it look the same on both sides?
I thought about that.
Well, it's something we learned, but anyways. Yeah, we'll talk about number 10. F of x equals x plus 4. You're making a willful decision.
Like people that say they're gonna stop drinking. Some people do stop drinking. And some people don't.
Okay, do you guys know what the shape's gonna look like for this?
Parabola.
Parabola. X squared.
Good guess.
X squared does look like parabolas. What is the plus 4 gonna do to the parabola?
Go up 4.
No.
Right 4. Left 4.
Don't you even.
I got it right.
Left 4.
Oh my gosh, I
We're about to get in a fight. Okay,
The money is on
Didn't I get it, Mr. Jordan?
if it moves left 4, the vertex is at -4, 0.
Sure.
And then we would plug in like a couple other things. Okay, let's do the inverse though. So the first thing is what?
X equals y plus 4 squared.
Square root. You guys know what's about to happen?
Plus minus.
I'm afraid.
Oh,
We
look
finally
at
got
that.
it.
Look at that.
What?
Guess we didn't get it. Damn.
Trey, you're
never, ever
Abby said, okay?
Trey just answers math questions out of spite.
Yeah.
He does.
Trey doesn't want to win, he just wants to make sure you know.
That is not even true.
It reminds me of
He just wants to bully you.
Jordan last year when I asked her a question, she usually wouldn't know it. But when it was Nick's turn, she would always interrupt him. And she always knew it. It's her superpower. She knows math when it's out of spite. Okay.
So it's gonna be a really interesting math class.
Oh, it's kind of a chore. They yell at each other a lot.
So,
Well, it was Nick, David, and Jordan. And they like to yell at each other. Anyways,
It was just them.
no. They were with the sophomores, last year's sophomores.
Oh.
Oh.
so
Like-
it's gonna be a joy.
Well, those three made a lot more noise than the sophomores did. And there was a lot of sophomores last year. All right, anyways, so the inverse function is, well, it's not really a function because it's got that. Do you guys remember what the square root of x looked like?
No.
Was it that
I do not.
half parabola?
Yeah,
Oh,
the hill thing.
Michelle Sebastian.
I think she's being sincere.
somebody told me,
No.
I know.
if she does any more, then I'll add it to the paper.
I'll text her.
Thanks.
We aren't doing that, no.
Yeah, we
You
are.
Well,
can
then I'll
look it
just
up.
watch the
It's
video.
recorded.
Yeah.
We need to frame it whenever the year's over and put it on Mr. Jordan's
Yeah.
wall.
No one's gonna understand what it said, what it is about.
Okay, so back to the graphing the parabola. So if I plug in -3 plus 4 is 1, 1 squared is 1. If I plug in -2 plus 4 is 2, squared is 4. Probably didn't
Mine
do enough
numbers.
room there.
It's cut open. That's what Sebastian.
So -4 is 0, -3 1, -2 4. Then what do I do after that? Trey's got no one to mock, so you know.
I don't know. Other side?
Oh.
Is that 6? 7?
Oh my
goodness!
Now you're just getting cocky.
Yes, because I will gladly be cocky with that.
It's like, oh!
Record.
Is that 6? Like as I was saying, is that 6? 7, it's a miracle. Okay, you guys know what I'm about to do now?
Do you give up?
Give up.
Yeah, matching. Give up. I'm surprised you're still opening your mouth. It's a risk. It's a risk.
Can that be it?
Okay, there's kind of a cheating way to graph the inverse. Do you guys remember what it was? Doesn't really matter how you do it, but does anybody know how to
Switch the numbers.
kind of hack the system? Yeah, you switch the numbers, the x and y's, and that'll be your, what was that, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, anyway, so if this one has -4 is 0, the inverse has 0, -4. This one has -3, 1, the inverse has 1, -3. This one has -2, 4, 4, -2. And then the mirror points also work on this thing, but it's like this way. I know, there's lots of work.
This is the job.
I need Dr. Pepper. Yes.
Are you threatening us?
Your Dr. Pepper.
Oh no.
Oh, I need to come on. My bad, guys.
You say
It
she's
was
so
one
special.
time. It was one time.
Ed,
One too many.
Is the inverse a function?
no.
No, fails vertical line test. I put a no somewhere.
Fails. 8?
My word. It's a special day.
I had the actual hiccups in your book, actually. So.
Did you?
The actual.
So that's 4 without saying.
How long did it take you to realize it was the actual hiccups?
When I got a drink of water and did like 3 times in a row.
Just remember you were laying down. She got like the loudest one I've ever heard. My dad's like here in the living room. My dad's like, what was that?
He doesn't put.
So fun. So easy to bully in the end. You got cocaine, hiccups. I don't even know without Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll give you guys a break. Or give me a break.
Yeah, it looked
It's
like
kind of
water
because the other
and
class,
this
we were playing catch up because yesterday was Wednesday and didn't get very far. Yeah, we only got to right there.